Hey, what's up, my cochinos and cochinas? Welcome back to another video. Today's gonna be more of a raw video, meaning if you already didn't know, you should already know that the big homie Juan, or when I'm wearing the bandana, I'm just in character. I'm just exaggerating who I really am, so it's like a part of me, but at the same time, it's not exactly who I am. It's not, how I talk. I don't walk around wearing a bandana all day, every day. Actually, I never wear a bandana outside of videos. Sometimes, like every once in a great while. But today's gonna be more of a serious video. This is if you struggle with any mental health issues, you're gonna want to watch this video. At least I think you're gonna want to watch this video. I think it'll be helpful. I really don't know where I'm going with it. I just know I want to talk and touch on the issue of mental health. We'll get into that. So I'm not eating McDonald's, but I got a Diet Coke from McDonald's. I guess I could win 20K. That would be dope, wouldn't it? But at the end of the day, it's not all about money, right? And then I got there's a place in Stockton called Adalberto's, and as you can tell by the way I said it, my Spanish isn't the best, but Adalberto's is what people who can't talk Spanish call it. Mexican food, so it's just a bean and cheese burrito. Yeah, it's just a bean and cheese burrito. I know there's a YouTuber out there who loves bean and cheese burritos, so shout out to you, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite. As usual, sinus problems. Crazy. So, take a look at that. I don't know if you can see. So this is just bean and cheese. I was gonna get bean, eggs, and cheese because that sounded bomb too, but the eggs just seemed like too much. I'm supposed to be doing keto, but I wanted a burrito. So, mental health issues. I don't know a lot about mental health. Like, I haven't studied it. I haven't done a whole lot of research on it. I just know that it seems it affects a lot more people. As the professionals out there start studying mental health more, it seems like, we're able to put names on conditions or whatever people are going through. We're able to put like a name on it, like anxiety or panic attacks. There's actually ways to describe it. Excuse me. I can't fucking breathe. I'm over here trying to eat. I'm sorry if it sounds disgusting, I'm just trying to blow my nose. Get all the Coke out. Nah, I'm playing. I don't do Coke. But I do Diet Coke. Am I good? Everything good there? Good to go? I would hate to, be recording the video and have like a booger on my nose or something. Hold on, let me put some sanitizer on. So, as time goes, the professionals are studying and, finding more things out, able to put a name to it, and realize that a lot more people are affected by mental health issues nowadays. I would even go as far as to say that I'd like to meet somebody who doesn't have mental health issues. As for myself, mental health issues, like deeper mental health issues, do run in my family. I've had family members I haven't met any, or I haven't had any family members who successfully committed suicide, but no disrespect to my mother, but she tried to commit suicide multiple times when I was a child. And, you know, on my mom's side is where a lot of the mental health issues reside. There's some on my dad's side too. Like I said, it's widespread. You know, I think a lot of people and a lot of people's families struggle with mental health. And there's got to be a way that we work on our mental health, like the same way we work on our physical health, which I don't. Should be the same way we work on our mental health, which I don't. I just read an article the other day. There's a Christian pastor or something, 30 years old, and he killed himself. He was a mental health advocate, so he definitely was like a pastor who understood that people dealt with mental health, and he wanted to talk about it. He wanted it to be a subject. He wanted, there to be light on it and not to be ignored, because people in religious circles automatically assume, once you got God, that you don't have mental health issues anymore. Your whole life has changed and you don't have to work on your mental health. Nothing further from the truth. You still got to work on yourself. If there is a God, God put therapists out there. He gave them the knowledge. He gave doctors and scientists and all those to be able to create and prescribe certain medicines to be able to help you. I've struggled on and off in my life with depression. I haven't dealt with anxiety a whole lot. Maybe social anxiety or something. But like actual anxiety, I've only experienced one time heavily in my life back in like 2012 or something. I had just moved in with my girlfriend at the time, and we decided to move to Vegas, and we were living with her family, so it was in-laws, and I had a shitload of anxiety. I had just, I had a daughter at the time who was like 2 years old, and I was, gonna try to do the long distance parent thing. So being in Vegas, so far away from her, I had so much anxiety. I couldn't sleep at night. Like, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't sleep. I felt like I was suffocating. I would go outside to try to get fresh air, and it felt like the city wasn't big enough for me to breathe. Like, I needed to be back. So I've dealt with the anxiety back then. We ended up moving back. I ended up moving there again, trying it again, but that lasted 6 months. It didn't work. So I dealt with anxiety, but mostly depression, on and off in my life. And so if you deal with those kind of things, I can relate to you. I can empathize with you. Life is hard, and it doesn't really get easier. I remember I used to be involved in church pretty heavily. I had a youth pastor back then, and he used to tell me that life doesn't get easier, it gets harder. And I used to be like, why is he always being so fucking negative? Like, why is he telling me something so negative? I don't get it. But it may have sounded negative, but it was the truth. You just are technically just supposed to build up strength. It's kind of like when you're building bodybuilding, or when you build muscle. When you start off weak, you get stronger, but you only get stronger by adding more weight. You got to challenge yourself. It gets harder, but your muscle's able to hold that weight, even though it's technically harder, So you're not benching 100 pounds anymore, you're benching 300 pounds. And 300 pounds is hella heavier and harder to lift than 100 pounds, but you built up that muscle to be able to sustain that and lift that 300 pounds. So yes, it technically got harder, but you adjusted to it. You built up your frame, you built up the muscle, your joints, your ligaments to be able to sustain that kind of weight. So even though it technically got harder, you built up the strength to be able to handle it. That's what life's about. Being able to handle when the bad times come, being able to get to them. I actually got some hot sauce right here. You guys know me. I like drinking mine because if I pour it in the burrito, it's gonna make a mess. It's just like take a shot. I'm gonna take a bite. One of my favorite burritos from this place is a California burrito, but I didn't feel like spending $9. I'd rather spend $5. So yeah, mental health issues, man. I mean, I don't have it all figured out. I don't even have the answers. I kind of just wanted to have a conversation about it. But even myself, you know, it's vulnerable saying this, but I still struggle with mental health issues. And some of you guys are probably like, I can tell, you know, the way you act a fool. If you associate my comedy with me having mental health issues, that's cool, whatever. But I still have times where I get into like deep thought, and life just seems overwhelming. So I think finding ways to work on your mental health is very important, if not more important. It might be the most important. Because untouched or unaddressed mental health issues are what cause a lot of problems in this world today. You know, a lot of crime, a lot of substance abuse and alcohol abuse. I think if we worked on and addressed mental health issues and encouraged people and not look down on them for it, we would get a lot further in this world. Depression is ugly. Depression it's narrow thinking. It's narrow-mindedness. It's you get into a place and you can't focus on anything but that feeling, that dark place. You can't see the light. And sometimes you just want to be left alone. You don't want to hear the positivity. If anything, it pushes you away more. Just know you're not alone. A lot of people struggle with that. I don't know if I believe in drugs. I heard there's depression drugs, but they make some people more depressed, or there's issues with them. But I guess if your depression is extreme, it might be better to deal with those issues than get so depressed you want to hurt yourself. I encourage you, if you're going through that, don't hurt yourself. You know, just hope for better days. It's about hope. You have to create goals. You have to create goals because you have to be working towards something. And that working towards something gives you hope. Whether it be weight loss, or a better job, or a better house. You can't just only hope that that's going to happen. You have to, have a plan. Your hope has to be associated with the goal, and that goal has to be almost like a structured plan. So yes, you may want to lose 100 pounds, but how are you going to get there? When do you want to get there? You have that hope. You work on that each day. When you get so focused on the present and what's going on right now, that's what leads to depression. So it's something that I need to remind myself of as well. But thank you guys for watching the video. And thank you for getting me to 5,000 subscribers. Sometimes I just tell myself, well, who fucking cares that I got 5,000 subscribers? I'm only getting 200, 300 views on a video. But each one of you does matter to me. So thank you. I appreciate it. Whether you like me or not, thank you.